Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. This was definitely not a video that I was planning on making, but here we are nonetheless. I'm currently on my 11th day of struggling with the coronavirus. Definitely the most difficult experience of my life. Granted, there's a lot of privilege that this has been the most difficult experience of my life so far. But I just wanted to check in since it's been a while. Obviously, I took a break in June and I had some, really cool videos planned, but with this video, I'm hoping to just update you on where I've been and what I've been dealing with. And I definitely hope to be back making normal content soon. I just haven't felt good at all. So, I was exposed to coronavirus on July 4th by Jake's family. We had decided to visit them. They are very big about different holidays, and we were not sure if we should at first, just because we've really been taking all social distance precautions very seriously. But Jake lost his grandma back in March, just days before a lot of the things started shutting down, and there was never any funeral, visitation, anything. So we decided to go mostly for that reason, to see Jake's grandparent, or to see his grandpa. But what we didn't know when we went over there on the 4th of July was that a family member of his was sick before that time and chose to not communicate that. He had coronavirus symptoms and told no one. That individual family knew, and they did not tell either. So that was really disgusting to find out. That person made a conscious choice to put others at risk. And honestly, it's kind of miraculous that nothing way worse happened, because there were other people in Jake's family who are older or have underlying conditions that could have actually gotten it and died. So it's miraculous that didn't happen. But yeah, so they invited people over, and they should have canceled it, or they should have told, so people could make an informed choice about going. But at the very least, if they were still going to have it, they could have at least had precautions there. They could have all been wearing masks. They knew there was sickness there. And yet, they did nothing. And so because of that, although there was no hugging or anything super close like that, it was still spread. And they spread it to me. And it is unclear whether then I spread it to Jake or if they also spread it to Jake. Fortunately, right now, Jake is fine. His case was much more mild than mine. He only really had 2 miserable, bedridden days. And for me, I'm on day 11 right now of that. In terms of symptoms, I really have had the whole range of what people can expect from COVID, from the different articles and that sort of thing. The cough has been there. Fever has been there. Actually, today's the first day that I don't have a fever. In the last 4 or 5 days. Fortunately, it hasn't been crazy. My very first day, I had the worst fever. I was 101.7 maybe. And then I didn't have it for a few days, and then it's come back. There's been nausea, vomiting, headaches, body aches, congestion, minor patches here and there of difficulty breathing or some chest pain. Fortunately, those have been very, very rare and small patches. Zero appetite. I've lost 12 pounds. Pretty much I'm not doing anything. I don't want to do anything. I can sit up again now. For a couple days it hurt to sit up, or I would start gagging. That's kind of where symptoms are at. It's been absolutely miserable. It's day 11 now. Hopefully things are on the mend, or at least will be soon. I really feel for anyone who suffers from chronic illness, because by far for me this is the worst I've ever felt. And it's just since it's been 11 days, it's felt like a really long time without improvement. And in all the other sicknesses I, have had in the past, you might still feel terrible, but maybe you feel a little better than each day than you did the day before, so it gives you hope. This has been very difficult to not feel better. I think one of the very interesting things that's been telling going through this is just seeing how people have responded. Now, granted, I haven't told a lot of people in my life that I've been struggling with this. And honestly, I think this video maybe is just the easiest way so people can see and learn from the video without me having to, type everything out or talk through it with everyone. But, for instance, for the people who gave this to me in Jake's family, none of them have had the either compassion or humility to, number one, check in to see how I'm doing, or to apologize for doing this to me. And I know they know. And there are people who, I told, who have yet to say anything to check back in. And that silence is very loud. Of course, that being said, there's so much to be grateful for even during this. And Jake's been an amazing caregiver. There were a couple days where he was also really sick, and we were both just struggling to take care of each other. But since that point, he's been so good to me. My parents and my sister have been amazing and so supportive. And I've had some friends who've checked back in a few times. So I'm really grateful for them as well. I'm also grateful for our monthly minimalist makeover group. I had to postpone our live call last week, and they've been amazing too. So I'm grateful for these kind of people who care and have been sending positive thoughts. And it's really nice to have that support. This is definitely not the video I wanted to make. I'm really looking forward to, at whatever point I feel better enough to get back into normal stuff here on this channel. I have a lot of great things planned that I look forward to making for you. And a lot of other important issues and things that I want to continue working towards and attending to, that I'm excited to get back into when I can. I know going forward, my actions are not going to change dramatically, because I was already taking things very seriously. I think the people who did this probably thought that it couldn't happen to them or that they couldn't make others sick. I guess I never said, but the four of them in that house all had it when we went over there. We didn't know that. Two asymptomatic who were like the two kids who live in that house, they're in their like low 30s, I think. And then their parents had symptoms. I think what it really comes down to is reminding yourself to focus on who you trust. And if you don't trust someone completely, it's probably not best to be going over there or seeing those people. So I think we've decided we are not going to see these family members, at least for the rest of this year, probably for the duration of the rest of the pandemic. Again, I know I've got so many international viewers who live in countries who did an amazing job, and I'm so happy for your sake that you are not struggling with coronavirus as much. And I think there are even extended family members of mine on my side that I do not fully trust, and knowing what I've had to go through, I don't think we'll be seeing them either the rest of this year, and that's okay. I don't feel ashamed for putting myself first and not putting myself at risk because of family obligations. So I think that's been a lesson I've learned from this. So I think that's most everything I wanted to share with you today. I hope you're staying well and staying safe. Please be careful. Please wear your masks. Take it seriously. If you're not taking precautions, you don't know who you're putting at risk. And I certainly would hate to know if there was anyone that I had gotten sick. And I mean, that pretty much is impossible because I haven't gone anywhere, but just you don't know. You could be asymptomatic and spreading it to someone, so please be so careful. Avoid going places if you can help it. Do your part, do what you can, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.